Good evening, children. Good evening.
Good evening, teacher.
Yes. So we are going to start the lesson. The lesson is in Unit 8. Unit 8, Success Through Creativity. The unit you did with another teacher, I am doing the grammar part, right? In the grammar part, we are doing relative clauses. Right. Now, children, when do we use relative clauses? Relative clauses. You might have done it in the earlier lessons, but in grade 9, we have to go to another step, right? When do we use relative clauses? Children, when we talk, sometimes you want to make clear the person or the sometimes you want to make clear the person or thing you are talking about. You want to make clear. You want to describe the person or thing you are talking about. Right? For this, we use relative clauses. Relative clause is used after a noun. Normally, a relative clause is used after a noun. I'll tell you what a relative clause is. Don't worry. Right? Now, remember, after a noun, you have to use relative clauses. Relative clause is a clause that begins with a relative pronoun. You need to use a relative pronoun. Now let's see what the relative clauses, relative pronouns are. You know them already. I'll revise you, right? Now, these are the relative pronouns. You might be familiar with this word. See, who, whose. You are familiar with those words. We look thoroughly what they are, right? See, people. When you are talking about the person, right? If the person is in the subject portion, the subject object I have told you in the former grammar lessons. I hope you can remember them, right? So in the subject, if you are talking about the person, a person, and if you want to describe that person in the same sentence, you use who. If you are talking about a thing and you want to describe it with a relative clause, you use which. Imagine an object. When you are talking about the object, if the object is a person, you use whom or that. That also you can use. If a thing, a car, cake, anything, right? We'll say a car. If the car is in the object portion, and if you are going to describe the car, there you use which or that. Possession. Possessions means අයිතිය හැඟවීම. ඔයා දැන් කවුරු හරි පුද්ගලයෙක්ගේ අයිතියක් ගැන කතා කරනවා නම් whose දාන්න පුළුවන්. Now you say Nalini, whose brother is a cricketer. Nalini, whose brother is a cricketer, has gone to USA. Okay? Whose? Naliniගේ brother. එතකොට possession අයිතිය හංගවන ඒවා. එතකොට whose? දෙයක් ගැන කරනවා නම් ඒත් whose තමයි යන්නේ. Right. අපි බලමු how to use them. We'll see how to use them. Before that, children, there are two types of relative clauses. Right. See, there are two types of relative clauses. One is defining relative clause, defining. Normally, they are used in spoken English. The other one is non-defining relative clauses. Now, children, unmute your microphone and tell me, right? What are the two types of relative clauses? I want to hear your voices. What are the two types of? Yes?
Defining
Defining
and
non-defining.
Okay,
defining and
good.
Defining and non-defining.
Good. Okay, now defining relative clauses. Normally, when you speak, you use defining relative clauses. Non-defining ones, you use it when you write in the written English, right? Because children, non-defining relative clauses, it has a complex structure. So you use it in writing. See, defining relative clauses. Now we are going to talk about the defining relative clauses. Here, the relative clause is defining, describing something. That means මේක අත්‍යවශ්‍යම part එකක්. Defining relative clause එකක් කියන ළමයි අත්‍යවශ්‍ය part එකක් sentence එකේ. ඒ sentence එකේ යම් කිසි දෙයක් describe කරනවා. Look at this example. A philatelist is a person who collects stamps. A philatelist is a person who collects stamps. Now children, this part, can you see the cursor? See my cursor? Who collects stamps? This is the relative clause. Underlined part is the relative clause. This is the main clause. A philatelist is a person. A philatelist is a person කිව්වට ඔයාට වැඩි තේරුමක් එන්නේ නැහැ ඒකේ. You can't understand what a philatelist is. Who a philatelist is. You don't know. මෙන්න මේ second part එකෙන් තමයි ඔයා ඒක හරියටම describe වෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ defining relative clause එකක තියෙන ඒ relative clause එක හරිම important. ඒක describe කරනවා. Define කරනවා අනිත් එක්කෙනාව. ඒ නිසා ඒවට defining relative clause කියලා කියනවා. දැන් බලන්න මේ relative clause එකේ start එක බලන්න. මේ underline කරලා තියෙන relative clause එක. ඒකේ start එක බලන්න. Relative pronoun. Relative pronoun. See, who. Who කියලා දැම්මේ ඇයි අපි මෙතන philatelist කියන්නේ person කෙනෙක් නිසා. That is a man, a person. So you use who. This is the relative pronoun. Right. Without the words underlined, the sentence make no sense. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට තේරුණාද ළමයි මේ underline කරපු relative clause එක නැතුව මෙන්න මේ කොටසින් හරි හැටි තේරුමක් තියෙනවද ඔයාට? නෑ. A philatelist is a person කියන එක it doesn't make any noise. It doesn't make any sense. No sense, right? So this part describes what a philatelist is. Let's look at these examples. This is the jeep which my father loved very much. This is the jeep which my father loved very much. Look at the underlined part, underlined clause. What is it? What is that underlined clause? What is it? That is the Prabhashwar, what is it? Underline part එක මේ underline part එක what is it? Yes? This part. That is the okay Prabhashwar. That is the relative clause. මේක තමයි relative clause එක. Right? Okay. Okita, what is which? Which කියන එක මොකද්ද අපි දෙන නම ඒකට? Is Okita
Relative
there?
pronoun.
Relative
Relative
pronoun.
pronoun.
Yeah, that is the relative pronoun. එතකොට ප්‍රභාෂවර මේ which කියන relative pronoun එකත් එක්ක පටන් ගත්ත මේ part එකට අපි කියන්නේ relative clause. This is the relative clause. Right? එතකොට මේ relative clause එකෙන් the jeep. This is the jeep කිව්වට no sense. It doesn't give any sense. මේ jeep කියන එක මොකක්ද කියන එක describe කරනවා මේ කොටසෙන්. මේ කොටසෙන් describe කරනවා. මේක defining relative clause එක. තේරුණාද? මේක important part එක. Look at the second one. Second one. I need to know the exact time. I need to know the exact time. What exact time? When you expect to arrive. Time එක describe කරනවා. Did you see that? Time එක describe කරනවා. එහෙනම් මොන time එකද? The time you come. The time you come. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ time එක describe කරනවා. Time එකක් ගැන කතා කරන නිසා අපි දානවා මොකද්ද දාන relative pronoun එක? What is the relative pronoun? Time ගැන කතා කරනකොට.
When.
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 Very good. Relative pronoun එක when. Relative clause එක මොකද්ද මෙතන?
You expect to arrive.
When you expect to arrive. Okay, we'll move to the next one. The last example, my last example. This is the library where we came to study. This is the library where we came to study. Okay, now what? What is the relative clause? Navit, what is the relative clause? Can you tell me? Who would like to answer me? Relative clause, hurry up.
We came to study.
Where we came,
We came to
study. What
study.
is the relative? Very good. What is the relative pronoun?
Where?
Where?
Yeah.
Okay. Why did you put where? Why did you put where?
To
The
describe
place.
the life.
Yeah.
Place.
Very good. I'm
Because
really happy with
describing
your
a
answers. That is a place. That is a place. Place එකක් කතා කරනකොට where. Then දැක්කද කලින් කියපු relative pronouns පාවිච්චි කරන විදිය? Okay. We'll move to the next one. See the activity. Now children, මම මේක එවන ඕගලන්ට PDF එකක් විදියට හරි video එකක් විදියට හරි එවන slides ටික මේ note එක ලියන්න. Examples ටික හරි දාලා ලියන්න. දාලා මේ activity ඔක්කොම පොතේ කරන්න මම answers ටික ආයෙ දවසක discuss කරනවා. මම answers ටික එවන ඕගලන්ට groups එකට. Okay. Look at the first one. Hurry up. These are the people. Help me. These are the people. Help me. What should come to the blank?
Who?
Who?
People who? Who help me? Good. Number 2. I saw a movie last night. Made me
Which?
cry. Blank. Made me cry.
Which?
Yes.
Which?
Oh, මෙතන describe කරන්නේ කාවද?
Movie that. Movie that.
Last night the movie
The movie.
movie. Very good. Movie. එතන movie එකක්
Movie.
object. ඒ නිසා අපි which ද. Okay. Now go to seventh one. Seventh one. I saw the painting. They sold for 1 million. I saw the painting. They sold for 1 million. Now
What?
children, tell me, what are they talking about? I saw what? I saw what? The painting. Painting එකයි දැක්කේ. So, what are they describing? They sold for 1 million.
Painting.
What did they sell for 1 million?
Painting.
Painting. Very good. Painting. That's the painting they sold for the 1 million. So, what should be the pronoun? Relative pronoun. What should be the relative pronoun? Renuka,
What?
I saw the painting. What? දෙයක් ගැන කතා කරනවා නම්? That. Okay. That is okay. That they sold for 1 million. Correct. There is another pronoun you can put. What is it? Which they sold for 1 million. Okay, we'll move to the last one. Ishan has a new friend. He met in his French class. Ishan has a new friend. Yes. Relative clause එක පටන් ගන්න තැනනේ ළමයි ඔය blank එකත් එක්කනේ පටන් ගන්නෙ. Relative clause එක. Relative clause එකෙන් කාවද describe කරන්න මෙතන? කාවද? Ishanවද new friend?
Ishan's new friend.
Ishan's new friend. New friend is a person. New friend is a person. So what should you put there? Yeah.
Whom?
Who? Is it whom?
Who?
Yes. Who met in his new class? who he met in his French class. Who? We are talking about the. Then we go to the fifth one. Fifth one.
Yes.
I have no idea. You have talking about. You are. That is.
I have no.
When you are.
I
We are.
have no idea.
What you
Whom?
You are talking about. I have no idea. You are talking about.
What?
ඔයා මොකක් ගැන කතා කරනවද කියලා I don't know කියන එක කියන්නේ. So
what
what?
What?
Yes. What you are talking about. Okay, children. Now, children, I left about three blanks I didn't discuss because no use, right? Talking all the answers. Then, children, do you have any problems with this defining clauses? If not, we can move to the next part.
No.
Yeah, any mistake,
No.
any problems? Any?
no teacher
Okay, no.
no teacher no
Okay,
teacher
good. We are moving to the next one. Non-defining relative clauses. Non-defined. ඒවා define කරන්නේ නැහැ. Right? ඒක. See, this is mostly used in written English. ඔයාට තේරෙයි පස්සේ ඇයි මේක written English වල පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ කියලා. කතා කරනකොට මේ non-defining දාලා කතා කරන්න වැඩි යන්නේ නැහැ. අපි බලමු ඇයි කියලා ආමත් කියයි පස්සේ. Where the sentences are carefully constructed. මේක ටිකක් construct කරන්න ඕනේ sentence එක. Right? A bit complicated. Easy, but a bit complicated when you use it in the spoken English. So we don't use it in spoken English, right? Normally we don't. Right? It's more formal than defining clause. Very formal. Okay. Example 1. I had a meeting with Mr. Silva. Now, children, don't look at the other part. Don't look at the other part. I had a meeting with Mr. Silva. Do you get any idea? Do you think the sentence is complete? Is the sentence complete?
Yes.
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 It makes sense. It gives sense. ඒක තේරුමක් තියෙනවනේ. Piratalis is a person කියනවට වඩා මෙතන I had a meeting with Mr. Silva. I, subject, had, verb, Mr. Silva. ඒක මේ එකක් විදිහට object එක විදිහට ගන්න පුළුවන්. Right? එතකොට complete answer, complete sentence එක. Right? So, I had a meeting with Mr. Silva. But here another relative clause is joined. This is joined. Who is the lawyer of our family? Who is the lawyer of our family? Right? Without this part, who is the lawyer of our family? The first part, the main clause of the sentence gives a meaning. It gives a meaning. Right? එතනින් තේරුමක් දෙනවා. මේ part එක නැති වුණාට කමක් නැහැ. ඒ නිසා මේ part එක නැහැ කියලා මෙතන main clause එකට no problem. ඒ නිසා මේක define කරන්න, මේක විස්තර කරන්න. පළවෙනි එකේ තියෙන subject එක හරි object එක හරි හරියට ලොකුවට support කරන කැලලක් නෙමෙයි මේ relative clause එක මෙතනදී. ඒ නිසා අපි ඒවට කියන non-defining relative clause. Here, the relative clause gives extra information about Mr. Silva. Mr. Silva is our lawyer, family lawyer. Extra information දෙනවා. අමතර information එක. ඒක නැති වුණා කියලා ඔයාට මම කිව්වොත් එimhe I had a meeting with Mr. Silva. ඔයාට ඒ ඇතිනේ. You can understand that. When I say who is the lawyer of our family, that's extra information about Mr. Silva. Right. Okay, we are moving to the next one. Example 2. Vihara Mahadevi Park, which is close to the library, needs cleaning. Have you been to Vihara Mahadevi Park? Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Have you been
Yes.
to the library? There's a library close by. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
yes
Good. Look at this example. Vihara Mahadevi Park needs cleaning. See, මට මෙතන කියන්න ඕනේ ළමයි, this is what I want to tell you. Vihara Mahadevi Park needs cleaning. Vihara Mahadevi Park needs cleaning. Vihara Mahadevi Park එක සුද්ධ කළ යුතුයි කියන එකයි මට කියන්න ඕනේ. නමුත් මම sentence එක මැදට I put a relative clause. මම මැදට දාන නිසා relative clause එක I put 2 commas. See, this is my relative clause, underlined one. I underline the relative clause which is close to the library. මම එක commas දාලා මැදට දැම්මා. මෙතනදි මම කියන්නේ විහාර මහදේවි පාක් මොන එකද ලයිබ්‍රරි ගාව තියෙන්නේ අන්න ඒකයි කියන්නේ. විහාර මහදේවි පාක් which is close to the library. වෙන කොහෙවත් තියෙන විහාර මහදේවි පාක් නෙමෙයි. The park which is close to the library. ඒ කියන්නේ මම මෙතන විහාර මහදේවි පාක් එක ගැන extra information is given. I am giving you extra information. So, without this part, the sentence is full. Sentence gives a sense. There is a meaning. Vihara Mahadevi Park needs cleaning. Make a extra information. Madadana nisa commas. Okay. Look at the next one. She passed all the exams. She passed all the exams. Which made her parents very happy. Which made her parents very happy. Passing the exam කියන incident එක නිසා which දැම්මා. Passing the exam. අන්න ඒ කාර්යයෙන් තමයි යාගේ parents ලා සතුටුනේ. එතකොට this part gives a sense. This part gives a meaning. This is the extra information. Which made her parents very happy. I which them may pass the exams. එයා exams pass වුණා. Exams pass වෙනවා කියන්නේ කිසියම් දෙයක් නේ ළමයි. ඒ නිසා I put which here. Which. Right? Did you understand? Okay. Right.
Yes, teacher.
Good. Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Next one. Now children, I am sending you these slides. මේක මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ groups වලට එවනවා. එතකොට ආයි මේව බලන්න ආයි මොන හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් group එක හරහා හරි මට විදියකට කියන්න තායි lesson එකක තියාරි කියන්න note එක ලියන්න do the activities, right? When the relative clause is in the middle of the sentence. When the relative clause is in the middle of the sentence, use commas. මම කලින් කිව්වා. Look at this one. Her parents who always wanted to migrate to USA are planning to leave the country. ඒක අමතක කළා. Just look at this sentence. Look at this sentence. This one. Her parents are planning to leave the country. Her parents are planning to leave the country. Did you see, children? This is what I want you to know. This is what I want to tell you. Her parents are planning to leave the country. That is what I want to tell you, right? But here I add a relative clause. With this relative clause, I give you some more information about the parents. Her parents. එයාගේ parents ලා මොකක්ද ඒගොල්ලේ විශේෂත්වය? විශේෂත්වය නෙමෙයි මොකක්ද ඒගොල්ලන් ගැන කියන්න ඕනේ මට අමතර කාරණේ මොකක්ද? Who always wanted to migrate to USA. They always wanted to go to USA. මං ඒකත් මේ අස්සෙම කියනවා. ඒ පෙරේදා ඒගොල්ලෝ ගිය බව ඇත්ත. මං ඒ කියන අතරෙම I tell you ඒගොල්ලෝ කොහොම parents ලාද කියලා. ඒගොල්ලන්ට නිතරම USA යන්න උමනාව තිබ්බා කියන එක මම මේ relative clause එකක් විදිහට මැදට දැම්මා. See the commas. Commas. ඒ commas ඇතුළේ තියෙන කොටස අයින් කළා කියලා මේ sentence එකට no problem. Right? Example 2. My car, which I sold last week, with an accident. My car, which I sold last week, had met with an accident. Here, මම මෙතනදී ඇත්තටම ඔයාලට කියන්න හදන්නේ මොකද්ද? My car had met with an accident. See this one, children. The last sentence. Can you all say that aloud? Unmute your microphone and tell me. I don't know whether you are sleeping. Tell me the last sentence.
My car
My car had met
An
an
accident.
accident.
Okay.
accident.
How about the others? Not all said that sentence. I want you all to say that sentence.
Accident. My car met with an accident.
With an accident.
Yes. Okay.
My car became so lucky.
What is the relative clause? What is the relative clause? What is the relative clause here? Relative clause.
Which I saw it last week.
Very good. Another one from 9F. 9F. Somebody.
Which I sold last week.
Very good. Thank you. Okay. Now somebody from 9G. 9G, tell me the relative pronoun you have there. Relative pronoun.
Which?
Which. Very good.
Which.
Is that from 9G?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you. See, මේ relative clause එක නැති වුණොත් මේ පල්ලෙහා sentence එක හම්බ වෙනවා. මේකෙන් වැඩිපුර දෙනවා. Okay, children, I have only 10 minutes more, right? Okay, I have to hurry. I hope you got this. We are moving to the next one. This is the homework, children. If you have the textbook, turn to page 87. 87. Page 87. Pupils book, page 87. And children, in the workbook also you have activities. Please refer to the workbook. I didn't have the workbook with me, so I could put any activities here. So do the homework parallel to the unit, right? Okay. Now activity 3. Activity 3 on page 87. There you have to put the relative pronouns. You are given 8 questions, 8 blanks, and you are given only 6 relative pronouns. First one, a surgeon is a doctor, performs operations. A surgeon is a doctor, performs operations. So what could be the answer?
Who?
They are talking about a thing or person or
Person.
a person. We are talking about the person. So what is the relative pronoun?
Doctor
Who?
performs
Who?
operations.
Who? Very good.
Who?
Very good. Now, question number 7. The factory. The factory my uncle works is going to close down. Close down means they are going to finish the factory. නතර කළා දාන්න වහලා දාන්න යනවා.
Which?
Close. Oh, the factory my uncle works is going to close. They are talking about the factory. Which my uncle works is okay. Which? Very good, very good. Okay, number 4. Number 4. Go to number 4. Question number 4. Read it and somebody from 9E. From 9E. Can I have the answer? I got a cousin. Hobby is gardening.
Got a cousin. Which hobbies got?
දැන් බලන්න ළමයි මෙතන I've got a cousin. මෙතන කතා කරන්නේ cousin ගැනද? cousin ගැනද කතා කරන්නේ නැත්නම් cousin ගේ hobby එක ගැනද?
Cousin gay hobby.
About his hobby?
hobby එක ගැන. එයාගේ hobby එක ගැන. මොකද්ද hobby? gardening. එතකොට ඔහුගේ එයාගේ අයිතියක් ගැන කතා කරන්නේ. එතකොට මොකක්ද දෙන්න ඕනේ?
Whose?
මේක
Whose?
yes
Whose?
yeah
I
very
have
good
got a cousin whose hobby is gardening.
yes what is the answer
Whose?
can't hear, I heard it but somebody give it straightly
Whose?
Whom?
whom
I have got a cousin whose hobby is gardening.
whose hobby is gardening ඇයි එයාගේ අයිතියක් ගැන කතා කරන්නේ we are talking about the possession of the cousin cousinගේ possession එක ගැන කතා කරන්නේ අයිතියක් එයාගේ මොකද්ද එයාගේ අයිති hobby එක ගැන කතා ඔහුගේ hobby එක ගැන right possession so whose right activity 4 add commas where necessary only where is necessary and there can be some sentences where commas are not needed at all right there can be places look at the first one this is the dictionary which I bought yesterday yes do you need a comma or where are you going to put it
Yes.
where
After dictionary.
Yes.
Yes. After dictionary.
after dictionary
After the dictionary.
yes you can put that one
Before the relative pronoun.
yes before the relative pronoun you can
Before
put
the relative pronoun.
yeah before the relative pronoun you can put even without the relative pronoun the sentence is okay right even without that one it's okay right look at number 3 number 3 the children's film Handaya which was directed by Titus Totavatta won an international award where are you now children tell me whether this is a defining relative clause or non-defining relative clause
Defining relative clause.
Undefining relative.
defining relative clause
Undefining relative.
yeah defining or non-defining tell me okay then what is your answer okay then sleeping
Defining relative.
defining
Non-
Tisel
Yeah,
are there
defining. Yeah.
defining Vishwa
Undefined.
Vishwa non-defining Navid
Non-defining.
non-defining well children okay that is a non-defining relative clause I'll tell you why right before that I have to hurry only a few minutes more right children tell me where are you going to put the commas
Comma
Where?
before
Where's
the
the first
which
comma?
and before the which and before the one.
where's the first comma after Handaya කියන වචනෙට
Before the
පස්සේ
which.
එකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා before which
Before
And
which
before
we
the
have to
before
put a
the
comma.
one.
Before
Then,
which and before
ඊළඟ
one.
කමයි කොතනටද දාන්නේ
Before the one.
Before the one.
After the name.
one very good by Titus Totavatta sorry Totavatta කියන තැනට which was directed by Titus Totavatta won an international award ඔන්න හොඳට බලන්න ළමයි මෙතන මෙයා කියන්නේ යන්නේ මොකද්ද the children's film Handaya won an international award හොඳට බලන්න ඒක මේ මැද ටික අයින් කළාම which was directed by Titus Totavatta කියන කොටස අයින් කළාම මෙතන ඇත්තටම කියන්න ඕනේ වෙලා තිබිලා තින්නේ the children's film Handaya won an international award මේ මැද කොටස වැඩිපුර දාලා තින්නේ මොකද්ද Handaya direct කළේ Titus Totavatta කියන එක ඒකට ඔබ්බලා තිනවා අමතර දෙයක් විදිහට ඒක නැත්තම් කෙලින්මම මේක international award එක දිනුවා කියලා විතරයි කියන්න හදන්නේ තේරෙනවද එතකොට මේක non defining relative clause එක මැද කොටස අයින් කළොත් තනියෙන් stand කරන්න පුළුවන්. තේරුණාද ළමයි?
Yes, teacher.
දැන් තේරුණාද ඒක?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
teacher.
children, the time is running
Yes,
out. So thank you for joining. Now, I'll send you
Teacher.
the video. Yes.
Teacher.
Yeah.
Teacher record එක another teacher group
Yes, yes. I think this is being recorded, right? If the recording is okay,
Yes,
I'll
teacher.
send you, right? Somehow I'll send you. So
Okay.
you can refer to it
Thank you,
again and again, right? And do the work.
Okay.
Now I have done many grammar lessons. Get ready with the answers. I'm going to send you the answers very soon, right? For all the grammar lessons. Finish your grammar in the textbooks, right? And the workbooks. Okay, children. Thank you very much for joining. I hope you're having a nice time.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you,
Okay,
Good
teacher.
night.
in all the
Thank you,
work.
teacher.
Good night.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, teacher. Good night, teacher.
Good night, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher. Good night.
Okay. It's nice to see you all.